Welcome to Opulent Fridays, and today we have an auspicious Friday the 13th. I'm gonna wait a little bit for people to join the live and let you enjoy a little bit of this luscious green right inside the forest. And right here we have the water that it's flowing down from up the mountain, up the hill. So taking a moment to connect whatever you are in the world, and just taking a moment to drink from the fertility of the ground. I have here my feet on the stones, feeling the cold water that it's coming from the source. And if you're joining live, let us know from where you're joining. If you're watching the replay, let us know as well. So just take a moment to close your eyes. And you might be in the northern hemisphere where it's cold right now. Or you might be in the southern hemisphere where it's warmer. So you might be experiencing winter or summer. Regardless, the land, it's always fertile. Sometimes she's fertile from deep in the ground, and sometimes she's blooming and blossoming from the ground up. And here in Brazil, my homeland, my birthland, so many places are my homeland, the earth is blooming in the surface. And perhaps if you are in the southern hemisphere, in the northern hemisphere, the land will be working deep into the ground, so when spring comes, everything can blossom and bloom. And today, an auspicious day, Friday the 13th, it's the time where Venus, it's celebrated. So in Italian, venerdì, it's Venus Day. So Friday, it's Venus Day. But today we have a particular auspicious, because we have Friday the 13th. Then we have connection between Venus and Mars. So there is I'm not an astrologer, so you can do your research, but there is a connection, there is a communication between Mars and Venus. Mars is no longer in retrograde. So we have the planet of the divine masculine and the planet of the divine feminine in communion. And to me, this is a beautiful day for us to actually connect with our inner masculine and inner feminine. It's a time for us to connect with our solar and lunar alchemy. It's a time to tune in into what the land where you find yourself is communicating with you. As I sit here and I hear the water flowing, and I wonder from where the water is coming down, right? All the way from a source here in the mountain. I'm feeling into how within each one of us there is a source, an abundant source of creation, creativity. There's lots of mosquitoes here, so I'm actually watching them moving around here, my phone. So connecting with that source, that inner source of creativity, of fluidity. And for us women, so I'm here speaking directly to women. If there is men that will watch the replay, you can actually adjust for yourself, as you also have your inner feminine waters. So we both, men and women, have inner masculine and inner feminine. But for us women, our nature is of receptivity. Our nature is of fluidity, and we might navigate the waters and the fire of our feminine wisdom. But today, for us women, we are really, for us women today, we are really invited to connect with our feminine waters, with the fertility of our inner landscape. Tuning in to what are the things that are no longer in alignment with who we are becoming in this new cycle that has begun in 2023. So we are in January, which is the first month of the Gregorian calendar, but it's also the month that connects us with the god Janus, or Janus, I would say Janus, and this is the god of beginnings and endings. So what is ending in your life? What it's ending in your inner landscape? So again, if you are in the northern hemisphere, it's winter. So what is dying in your inner landscape that you are making space for, then when spring comes, or even right now, for all that you would like to bring into your life, so you can sow the seeds into this fertile soil where the old is decaying to be alchemized and be fertilizer for the new that will blossom. And I happen to be in the southern hemisphere, so it's quite interesting, as this is the first time I'm here in, I believe, 19 years or 18 years, and since I left Brazil in 2005. And it's a quite interesting experience to be here in January, and instead of witnessing winter, witnessing summer. And I have to say that I feel that this is a gift for me and a blessing, where I can actually drink all the fertility, the greenness of this land here, and, you know, witness the buzzing, the pulsing of the land, and an invitation for me to blossom a little bit more into my feminine wisdom. So to wrap it up here, today is a sacred feminine portal. So it's Friday the 13th. It's Venus Day. It's there is a communication, an astrological communication between Mars and Venus. So today we can tune in to our inner masculine and our inner feminine. We can connect with our solar nature and our lunar nature. So our solar nature, it's more expansive, it's more outwards, right? And our lunar nature will be more inwards. It will be more more receptive. And then we can also connect with the fertility of our inner landscape, what it's ready to be, to return into the soil, to decay and be alchemized into new fertilizers, and what is ready to begin to blossom, or what seeds are you ready to sow into the ground. And And then I want to share a little transmission here from the ground where I find myself, regardless if you are in winter or summer, which is the abundance of the land, the opulence of nature. And nature, I have a saying that I love. So let nature be your lover and love your ultimate goal. So there's so much wisdom in nature. There's so much bliss. There's so much pulsing codes, particularly right now during this time where we are having lots and lots of solar activity. So also we are receiving lots of codes from the galaxy, from the sun, as well as from the earth. So spend time in nature. And I know if you're in winter, that might not be so easy, but you can still take the time to connect with nature, even if you're indoors. Obviously, the best will be to spend a little bit of time outside, connecting with nature, even if it's short time, hugging a tree, sitting in the ground, if it's possible for you, or taking a walk. But feeling the potentiality in nature, feeling the opulence, the abundance, feeling the abundance, the wisdom. And I had something else I would like to share. Just oh, thank you, Cynthia. Yeah, so let's just take a moment to just drink in from this beauty here. I'm gonna stay a little bit in silence, and I'm just gonna let you take in it's gonna let you take in a little bit of this beauty. Just give me a moment. Yes. And just breathe in. As I said, if you're not in summertime, you can just take advantage of this beauty and drink in the waters of Mother Earth. Drink in the fertility, the opulence of nature, connecting with your inner fertility and opulence, the abundance of your inner world. Inviting this lush, abundant wisdom to activate the wisdom within your DNA. Feeling the pulsing of your cells, igniting the wisdom within your lineages and all the resources you might need in order to alchemize, in order to heal and transform what no longer is. So ask Great Mother, ask Mother Earth to guide you, to lead you back into your wholeness. back into your feral and body wisdom. So I'm wishing you a abundant and opulent weekend. Remember that today there is a potent portal for you to connect with the wisdom of your divine femininity. It's a portal for you to unite your inner masculine, your inner feminine, your solar and lunar nature. And a time to sow the seeds or to blossom the flowers that you're ready to bring into your life. I'm getting distracted here. There's a sweet child that got curious with what's happening here. So the neighbor, and that's such a beautiful... Oi! Oi! Eu tô aqui fazendo um vídeo. Que legal, não vamos atrapalhar. This is such a beautiful, beautiful gift to have the innocence of the child showing up here with curiosity to see what's happening. Still, and it's a boy. So he's coming. Cuidado! Não tem problema. So what a beautiful confirmation to have the innocence of the child, the curiosity, and you know, the birds confirming. And I get distracted, but yes, the birds, our ancestors, my ancestors that have been, particularly my maternal line, have been born in those lands. And yes, so let me gather my thoughts here with all the distraction and invite you again to drink in from the abundance of blessings. Find some time to gather the things that you're grateful for today. So if you're not going through fertile time, if you're not experiencing bliss in your life right now, no worries. Life is cyclical. With every expansion comes a contraction. So if you are in the contraction phase, just inquire, what are the things that this contraction right now, it's inviting me to release, to connect. And if you're experiencing an expansion, if you are riding the waves of bliss, amp up a little bit, feel a little bit more of that bliss, amp it up. And remember, we are cyclical, so it's nature. And And I leave you here with the sounds of the water and the blessings of this land. Much love from my womb bliss, my heart womb bliss to yours.